Gamers Revenues presents Devilman's Productions. Pure Ponage.
Hello and welcome to Gamers Revenue, Devilman's Productions. I would like to provide you a video from my blog. It's should you buy it or rent it? It's a new thing that we do with our blog now. So we decided to choose Red Faction Armageddon. Here's my review. First off, I would like to tell you this game is more a single player game. It's co-op on multiplayer, but it's more for people that want to play a story game. Even though the story is a bit, action-packed, hero-type thing. It's got a good story, but it's kind of bland. I would like to go over the controls in this game. They're quite simple. They're easy to pick up. I picked it up in like 2 minutes on playing the game at first. Well, you got the D-pad that switches weapons. You got the left stick that controls your movement, and then you got the right stick that controls your aiming, your crosshairs. And then you got the RB that lets you use abilities, sometimes quick abilities. And then you got the left trigger, which aims, and the right trigger that shoots. Quite simple, actually. And the left R top button, it allows you to use your nanoforge, which I'll explain in a few seconds. Anyways, the entire game is based on action. I'm talking about you're totally fighting through the whole game. There's always monsters fighting you. You got plenty of weapons. You can find weapon lockers. You can find places to buy abilities. You can buy abilities like more life, scavenger. You pick up stuff. Say like you see the money on the side. Sometimes as I'm killing someone, you get that scavenger perk. You can pick up scrap metal, stuff like that, to unlock these abilities. You can do it in multiplayer, and you can do it on the single player. The game took me 6 hours to beat. The gameplay was fun, but it's not worth paying $60 for. So, pretty much I'm telling you this right now. Go rent it. I rented it from Redbox, for $2 per day, and only for 3 days. I beat it in 3 days because it only took 2 hours per day, actually. There's not much glitching going on in the game. It's actually pretty solid. Enemies in the game will piss you off. Plenty. And I forgot another button moved. You can push in the right stick and it hits your melee. Melee is pretty powerful in this game. The monster types in this game, there's you got the big ones, small ones. The small ones are easy, you can hit them and stuff. But you got the ones that jump on the walls, and then you got the stupid ones that go cloaked and sneak up behind you and do some type of scream shit. Anyways, besides that, it's pretty good. In this section of the game, this is the end of the game. I'm not going to show you the ending unless you want to watch the other video I just made on YouTube. I'll hook it to it. Besides that, I'm going to go through a lot of troubles in this video because it took me longer than last time because they kept on, I guess, they wanted to bother me a little bit in this video. But the enemies, I didn't have much troubles with after a while because of the different guns you get. There's plenty of plasma rifles. Right now I might be using the rocket launcher or the plasma laser beam that disintegrates things right in front of you and usually kills them in 2 shots. Pretty good weapon. And then you got your assault rifles and your grenade launchers. You also got your it reminds me of the not Duke Nukem, I'm sorry, Doom 3 gun that obliterates the whole room. It's called the big ass gun or whatever, something like that. I'm not totally Doom, pro, but it's it totally shoot it in there and then it explodes this purple stuff and it kills everybody in the room. Right now, as I'm playing objective type things like in the gameplay. Right now, I got to defend the power cores. which is being a pain in the ass because of these monsters constantly coming in. They do this all the time throughout the whole game, depending what you're doing. There's repair the sewer plant, the water lines, go save this guy, go save that guy. Kind of like the multiplayer a little bit. But Darius in the game, he goes through a lot of hell. That's all I can say. Probably wondering in the game, how do you repair stuff? Well, you got a nanoforce that's hooked to your arm that can repair things that are broken. So if you destroyed a pair of stairs or a building, you can repair it. In the beginning of the game, you only get the area effect, which, you just hold down the button and it repairs that area. Well, later on in the game, you got to have long range, so it shoots out of your hand. You get that, and you have to go through all those objectives and everything and all that. But anyways, you can shoot it out like you see in the video, and it pretty much repairs everything in the radius. Most parts of the game, you travel underneath Mars, and you sometimes get to go to the surface to help your fellow comrades. You got certain vehicles which are pretty cool, and they totally demolish the enemies that come in your way. You got the mech suit, which is pretty fun. You got the common, the shoot machine guns, and then you got the rockets. You got the melee that you crash in walls and stuff. It wasn't that much of a hype, but it was fun. Then you got the crawler, which is pretty neat. That was pretty cool. The crawler can see in different modes, which was pretty cool. It had missiles and, like a weird red laser. It's pretty neat. The guns in the game, I would like to explain the magnet gun. That gun, I'm glad they brought it to this game. It's actually kind of fun killing the enemies like that. I use it for the big enemies. You can shoot one place and pull a whole building down onto the creature if you shoot the creature. It's like you have two magnet sides. You got one magnet that's going to bring the other part to the other magnet side. And I found myself shooting someone from way far away from the screen, like say like one of the big aliens. If you want them out of your way, you just turn on that magnet gun and shoot them across the world. In this video, you'll see a perfect magnet kill. The achievements in this game were quite simple to get. I got them pretty much. There's 48, I think, total. I only got 38 of them. The other ones are on multiplayer or played on harder or different modes. There's plenty of modes in the game. There's like Ruin, there's Infestation. That's the only multiplayer modes that they have. They have a new plus game at the end that allows you to play the game over with all the weapons, the abilities. You also get to play with the new gun called the Pony. It's kind of gay, really. But it's called the Pony something. But it shoots like little rainbows at the enemies and kills them in one hit. But that's pretty good for considering, you get something at the end of the game. Well, for the multiplayer in the game is quite intriguing. It's fast-paced. It's full of action. The first waves are kind of slow. It's like, oh, cool, you're killing some bad guys. But as it gets progressed, like level 10, wave 10, it gets harder. You get the bigger bad guys coming in. You get more havoc. In other words, you get 4 people that can play with you. I mean, the matchmaking's not laggy or take too long to find a game. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not, depending what time you play at night. It has a good play value for about 30 minutes to an hour. I played it a couple of times. I stopped playing it. I play it off and on. I have the game now. I went ahead and bought it, but it's considering because I wanted to do some videos on it. I'm going to come to the conclusion of should you buy it or rent it. Well, I think you should rent it first if you are just going to get the achievements and beat the game and try out the multiplayer, because right now it's still high priced. I don't know the direct price right now, but wait until it gets lower in price and then buy it, and so you can play the multiplayer and beat the single player. I mean, you can always rent it to beat the single player, but But the game is alright to me, but it's not to buy for $60. I'm sorry. There's my conclusion. Thank you for watching my video. I know I have a little bit of problems with and with my talking, but you know, I wanted to put some audio to my videos finally. Thank you. Have a good day.